What's the name of the album?
Wake Up Supa.
Okay.
Yeah, Wake Up Supa.
Explain.
Wake Up Supa is how do I put this? For gangsters and lovers, it's an awakening. You know what I'm saying? Like it's Inglewood. It's got a lot of heart and soul, and it's me taking people on my journey through, one, stepping back outside and focusing on music in a way that starts to feel like myself again. And then it's also sharing the stories. Last year I lost my mom, and so the family, all of our family, Sir and Davion were on tour when that happened, and so we all went through that. So taking people through what we experienced, but showing them the light on the other side. Like the music on this album is just like unmatched. Like I produced half of the project. This is on Black Habits. I did some of my favorite stuff, but just a couple of them. Right. I did Black Habits 2, and I did Closer to God. I think those are the ones I did. And then on War on Wonders, I might have done some additional production like instruments, instruments and all that stuff. But this one is one that I intentionally said, like, because I started off producing. Right. I've been producing since I was 10 years old. Rap is something like probably 16, 17. I started doing more in my 20s. I got real serious about it. So I'm technically a late bloomer. Like at Inglewood High, it was more me making beats and getting into boxing gloves. You know what I'm saying? Sir, before he started singing, it was basketball. Davion was the one that started just music, all together. So,
for you, were you able to dedicate anything to your mom on this album, like a specific record?
Absolutely. So I have a song called Good Morning that's dedicated to her. It's so much. Her voice is on a song with me and BJ, the Chicago kid, called Proud of You. Fire. I got messages from her that I saved, and so it's probably 3 that are like that deal with that very situation. One from the standpoint, I wrote while she was in the hospital while we were still hopeful that she got better. You know what I'm saying? And then the Good Morning was like talking to her from the other side, and then Proud of You was like, the full circle moment of, hearing, I got a voice message from her for that song before the accident altogether, like letting you know I'm proud of you, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Did you listen to the intro to the Clips album?
Yes, I did. I got to go back and listen to it if you buy it.
So the song is like each like Malice and Push each do a verse about they lost both their parents in the same amount of time. So it's like they each, like one of them is doing a verse about their mom and the other one's doing a verse about their dad. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's wild because before something like this happens, you don't realize it's people everywhere who walk around with this, carrying it.
For sure.
It never goes away. You know what I'm saying? Different people have different relationships with their parents. I was fortunate enough to be really close with my mom.
Right.
But I talked to Snoop, Snoop and Half Dead. They was like, bro, welcome to the club. Like, it's the club nobody wants to join, but you realize that it's a lot of people in it. Because the only alternative is to go before your parent, which is not common,
which isn't common,
and is,
and you don't even
what I
you
hear
don't want that
worse,
to happen to your
exactly,
parent,
because it's not natural,
right?
It's there's a part of it that's natural to bury a parent.
Yeah,
you just don't want to do it.
Snoop had a record on his last album where he's talking about like the Denon Porter joint, where he's talking about losing like his best friend, and I was like, damn, bro, like deep record. What has been like? You said earlier, Snoop had kind of told you this is kind of how you protect your legacy. This is like what is some of the game that he's given you since you guys have kind of made things official and been working closely?
I mean, it's always been through demonstration. It's never been sit down like, here are the 10 rules. Rule 1. Always do. It wasn't that kind of thing. It was more like I'm gonna show you what it looks like, and what he's demonstrated is being true. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of where you at. Right. And the biggest takeaway from working with Snoop is that everybody around him understands the level of demand that he's under as one of the most famous rappers ever. If
famous
not
people
the
ever.
most famous people ever.
He is the most famous rapper ever. That's a fact.
Got you, right. Worldwide.
But famous person, he's top 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Snoop Dogg. You can go anywhere in the world, the
Yes.
farthest corner in Tribe, and it's Snoop
It's
Dogg.
insane. Yeah.
You know, but he has a way of being more present than some people that you might know that don't do nothing with their life. You know what I'm
100%,
saying? If he's in a
100%.
room with you, he's as curious about you, as present with you as anybody could be.
100%.
And it just shows you that he's still learning, he's still applying himself, he's still showing up, you know. And if he could do it with that level of demand that he's under, then we don't got no excuse.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
nobody.
saying?
Yeah, and if he can do it without being a dick,
Period. And he's giving, you know what I'm saying, like of himself, and you know, he got a vision, and he's 100% behind that. But you know, he could also be cutthroat, you know, and that's what I've learned about a lot of people I respect, and cutthroat for the right reasons.
yeah,
you know?
not to be cruel, but sometimes everyone has to have boundaries. Everyone has to have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen him go into different modes. You know what I'm saying? When it's Snoop Dogg mode, you know,
Right.
not Unc,
Right.
not Uncle Snoop, when it's like dog, like,
Yeah.
and so, you know, it's for me, it's like, all right, cool, because I know that about myself, you know,
Right.
So
Nah, for sure, man. So the album's coming soon. You see, you got BJ the Chicago Kid on the record.
absolutely.
Who else? Jane.
Jane Hancock, I got Lucky Day, I got Miles Minnick.
Oh, Miles is dope.
Yeah, Miles is super dope. Of course, I got La Russell.
Yep.
I got the homie Nana.
Okay.
You
He's
know,
dope.
Yes, I got Snoop Dogg on the production. I got, you know, myself. I did like 5 of them. I got, you know, Lawrence from 1500 Damo. You know, Turbo. I got Terrace Martin on the intro. My brother Davion singing backgrounds. You know, so it's. I'm trying to make sure I ain't miss nobody. Oh, I got PJ Morton, Tiffany Goucher
Fire.
on the outro. So it's a lot of, most of the features are voices. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
not a grip of rappers
Right,
on the
right.
project. But I do have the ones that matter are on there, you know.
I love it, man. Well, look, coming soon, August 26th.
It's 26th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that on a Friday?
That's on a Tuesday.
It's on a Tuesday. That's what I say. That feels like a Tuesday. If I'm like in my head, I'm like thinking of the month. Tuesday, like it was back in the day.
You know what I'm saying? What we doing?
I wish let's get back to Tuesdays,
Let's do it.
and then you can
By the weekend, you done live with the music a little bit.
100%.
You know
People
what I'm
like to.
saying?
That's the thing. People don't be on their phone listening to shit on the weekend. That's why I
Hell
don't
no.
understand why they went to Friday.
Nah.
It's smarter to do Tuesday.
Yeah.
Let's start that. Anyway, look, I appreciate you, Smoke.
Absolute
Go support the album. I'm sure there's pre-orders are up and all that good shit.
All that.
My guy.
My
He
dog.
Smoke.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir.